Is Matt Eberflus proving that he is going to remain the Chicago Bears quarterback beyond this season? Let's talk about it, people. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports All back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL in here to talk about whether or not Matt Eberflus is making the case that he needs to remain the Chicago Bears head coach moving forward. And folks, I got to tell you, when you have your first back-to-back victory in your era, and, you know, coming off the first time you beat a division rival last week, and now you do it again, we got to start talking here. Because Matt Eberflus, I have been a huge critic of him, as have a lot of people, but I am not a hypocrite by any means. I will give credit when credit is deserved. He has this defense absolutely balling. In the last 2 weeks, folks, we have held the Lions to 13 points and the Vikings to 10 points. I know the Vikings didn't have Kirk Cousins, but still, this defense has been elite. Not good, not above average, elite. They have shut down the opponents and the quarterbacks on the other side. Like Josh Dobbs almost got benched against us, kept throwing that many interceptions. Jared Goff, even the first time when we lost against Lions, threw 3 picks, and then again he looked bad. Like, his defense is balling. And now we're sitting at 5-8. All right, you're sitting at 5-8. So here, let me paint a picture for you guys. If the Bears somehow win out and finish the season at 9-8, which is still possible with 4 games remaining, there is just no way you fire Matt Eberflus after that. I'm sorry, it's just bad business. It's just a bad look. Because you go from a 3-win team last year to a 9-win team this year, in a year where a lot of people probably expected 6 to 7 wins, but no, you triple your win total. You're not firing the guy. I'm sorry, you're just not. Now, let's do the opposite scenario. What if Matt Eberflus loses every single game remaining from here on out? Then you finish the season at what? 5 and 12. And at that point, yeah, you probably can fire him. You probably can let him go and go in a different direction, and you'd be justified. Okay? Probably can do that. Now, what about right in the middle, right? What if you win some, you lose some, which is probably going to be the most realistic outcome. And now you're looking at a 7-10 win season, or potentially an 8-9 win season. And at that point, still, I feel like it is leaning towards more, and I don't want to even say it, but that Flus is probably going to stick around, because here is the reason why. Ryan Poles is the guy who hired Matt Eberflus. So if I hire somebody, that is a reflection on me. All right? So if I were to fire that person, then that is a bad look on me, because I hired that person and we found out that person was incompetent at his job, and so we had to fire him. And so, work with me here, Ryan Poles is going to give Matt Eberflus the benefit of the doubt, and if Matt Eberflus is able to get this team to a couple more victories, get him to 7-10, 8-9, why wouldn't Ryan Poles keep him around and say, hey, we went from a 3-win team to a 7-8 win team? That's progress. That's what you expected. This was not a Super Bowl roster coming to this year where, hey, we were expected to make the playoffs and compete for a Super Bowl. No. That was not the case. And so I believe that Ryan Poles would retain Eberflus at that point, because, again, he wants to keep him. He hired the guy. The scenario of him losing out is probably the one scenario where, hey, yeah, he's probably going to go in a different direction. Now, here's the other thing I will say. If you are of the thought that Justin Fields should be the starting quarterback of this team moving forward, and you want to trade down from the number 1 overall pick that the Bears are presumed to get, then you should want Matt Eberflus back. Because if there is a new coaching staff, they're going to want probably a new quarterback. And so if you bring back Flus, you probably bring back Justin. Not a guarantee, but probably. So you probably want that. And I haven't even talked about Luke Getsy here, but folks, I kind of feel like everything's a package at this point, where it's like, hey, you bring back Flus, You bring back Justin, you probably are bringing back Getsy, right? It's kind of weird to say, hey, I'll take one, not the other, leave this one. Or I'll take this one, not this one, but this one. It's like they're either all here or they're all gone. So we still have 4 more games remaining to complete the evaluation. But at this point, I feel like Flus is making the case that he should be back because his team is streaking. They're playing well. They're playing inspired football. The defense is absolutely balling. And if he keeps this up for the next 4 games and the Bears win a couple of those or all of them, yeah, man, I hate to say it, but Flus has got these guys balling, and you reward people, not punish them when they have their guys playing well. So at this point, yeah, Flus is proven to be the guy, but we still have more time left, so we'll see. I'm not a big Matt Eberflus believer, but maybe he could be our Sean McDermott, right, with the Buffalo Bills, although that might not be a great example because they've been struggling. But, hey, they just beat the Chiefs. So we'll see. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think. Do you believe Eberflus is proving enough to be back next season? Leave a comment down below as always.